All right, retrieved the wrench out of the oil. Got it on an oil absorbing rag to dry off a little bit. Do just a tiny bit of cleanup here. I did already clean the gasket material off and took a small wire brush and just stroked to make sure that there was nothing left on here. But I didn't want to get any of the dirt particles inside, so I did everything with a stroke towards the outside, just making sure that everything went off, nothing went inside, and kept it nice and clean. I am going to get it fired up, and once it's fired up, I'm only going to run it for a short amount of time, and then I'm going to flush all the fluids because I don't know when the last time this thing had an oil change was. So I'm just going to do a startup, warm up, and then drain everything out and just refill it with all fresh fluids. That way I know the service interval myself. All right, so now that we've got my supplies are ready to go, I'm going to put the bracket on the bottom of the oil pickup. So this piece sits flush right there. Just give it a little test fit. Okay, that's all tight. Not too tight. And for this, we've got good old Toyota seal packing liquid oil pan gasket, OEM Toyota. Ordered that from Battle Garage. I did prep all the surfaces with a little bit of brake clean on a rag and just wiped them down so that there was no grease. The factory oil pan has dimples where the silicone goes into, and this being a machined piece doesn't have any of those dimples, so you don't want to put too much sealant on here because it's two completely flat surfaces, and when it squeezes together it's going to squeeze all of that silicone out, leaving a very thin layer. You want to have a little bit there for cushion, obviously. That is what makes the seal. With the factory ones, it has those dimples that hold a lot of the RTV in place. And I'm pretty happy with that. Make sure it's even all the way around. Shiny. Anyways, I was fighting with the O-ring on the upper part for solid 45 minutes, but finally got it in there. So that O-ring, not fun. Now this thing gets to sit for a while, but we can now turn it back the other way. Yeah, it's always fun to do by yourself, but we got it. All right, oil pan is on. Got a little bit of cleanup to do. There we go. Got a little bit of RTV to clean up right there. But it is looking nice. Got the drain pan there, and just got to put that bung in. I do have an oil temp sensor in the car. I'll probably put the sending unit right there. Anyways, I'm Jeremy with MS Videos, and what we just did is put the JSP billet oil pan for the Beams engine and the AE86 on the car, and now we're going to move on to the next thing, which is more shiny parts and go fast parts and start putting it back together. Anyways, it's like 1 in the morning. I worked all day, so I'm tired. Anyways, we out. See you later.